This is an example of reporting the descriptive analysis result we have performed earlier. For section A, demographic detail, we combine the three demographic items in the table. The table 1 profile of the respondent. The content of this table is normally presented at the beginning of a report to inform readers about the background of the research sample or respondents. Based on the content of this table, we can write the percentage and frequency of the respondent by gender, age, education, one by one. So for example, we can report like this. The profile of the respondent presented in the table 1 show that they are 66.2% male and 33.8% female. In terms of age, nearly half of the respondents are between 20 to 30 years old. 36.3% are above 30 years old, and only 15% are below 20 years old. For highest level of education, nearly half of the respondents are certificate holders, which is 48.8%. Besides that, 23.8% are diploma holders and 27.5% are degree holders. The bar charts for the profile of the respondent are presented in figure 1. Then we show the bar chart. So we arrange the bar chart neatly so that the reader can read it clearly. This is figure 1 bar chart for profile of the respondent. So we can see gender, age, highest education, and the frequency for each categories of the variables. By this way, the reader can get the whole pictures on the background of the respondent before we move to the next section. In section B, emotional intelligence, we can combine the 5 items of emotional intelligence into a table. We name it table 2, frequency and percentage of respondents' emotional intelligence abilities. So in this table, we put the 5 items and also their skill, from strongly disagree to strongly agree, with the frequencies and percentage of the response. Combining the 5 items into the table will help readers to understand and compare the data easily and clearly. Under the table, we can report the content of the table in text to elaborate the result of the analysis. For example, for item 1 of emotional intelligence, we can report like this. The result of the analysis presented in table 2 show that most of the respondents, 86.3%, stated that they understand their own emotion most of the time, with agree 70% and strongly agree 16.3%. Among the respondents, nearly 12.5% are undecided, and only one respondent, 1.3%, does not agree that he understands his own emotion most of the time. Then we report the rest of the 4 items result. And beside that, we write the bar chart for responses of the respondent on their emotional intelligence ability are presented in figure 2. So we present the figure 2. In the figure 2, we present the 5 figure of the bar chart for the 5 items. I have changed the bar chart's color in these figures. The bar chart can be changed into different color, but I will discuss this in another video. Then we move to the section C, work motivation. For work motivation, we will report the result of the frequencies and percentage into text. Then we will also show the figure for the bar chart of the 5 items. By this way, we will show clearly the result of the analysis, and the readers can compare the result of the 5 items. In the section D, final semester score, we report the result of the analysis in table 4, descriptive statistics for final semester score. So we report the minimum, maximum, mean, standard deviation, skewness, and kurtosis for the distribution. Then, in the report, we can write like this. The result of analysis presented in table 4 show that the mean score of mathematics score is 74.89. It is slightly higher than the mean score of chemistry score, which is 72.25. Then we will report the skewness result. So the data of the two subjects are distributed normally with skewness and kurtosis value in the range of negative 1.96 and 1.96. We present the skewness and kurtosis value. So this is the way of presenting the descriptive statistic result.